I want to know, with Russ making that big step that he did, what does this say about Russell as a teammate? You understand what I'm saying? Let me know. Is he an underrated leader? Give me that.
Man, underrated leader is underrated. I mean, dog, you talk about, like, he was the heart and soul for us last year, right?
Right.
Energy, leader, you know, and I think Clipper Nation just came to love what he brought to the team. You know, for us to go through this stretch of not winning and not, you know, knowing how to win with this squad yet, for him to take the initiative to be like, you know what, I'll sacrifice and I'll try to make this work and come off the bench. It just says a lot about him, bro. Like, and you know, he never ceased to amaze me as long as I've played on the same teams with him, as much as I've known him. You know, every day it's like something new. Like, and you know, just shout out to him, man. I know that's not an easy decision to make, especially when you still have so much game and your value to this league.
Right.
And just to us, you know, for him to be in that mindset of like team first and whatever I got to do. I mean, you've seen signs of it, from him taking less to come and stay here to now, you know.
It's like he's doing everything to make
everything
happen to get a championship.
To win here in L.A.
And
like, he's literally whatever it takes to win in L.A. He's all about that. So,
I love that.
Shout out
to Russ.
Shout out Beto.
Yeah, let's talk about that last play, though. So James, you know, he comes to the team. You guys are in a little bit of a slump, and he hits that game winner. But I do want to talk about the specific play because I thought it was interesting looking at it. It looked like Kawhi was going to shoot it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of, in my mind, one of the questions is who's going to shoot that last shot? Is it going to be you? Is it going to be James, Russ, or Kawhi? And Kawhi made the right play. He tried to get to his move. It wasn't open, and he passed it to James. And so talk just a little bit about the play. He hits the game winner and won. I'm sure the vibes in the locker room had to be just crazy. Not only did he hit the game winner, P, but he also gets shouted out in Drake's new Scary Hours that just released. So let's just talk about the locker room vibe after.
There you go.
James has got to be feeling good.
Yeah, vibes was definitely high. You know, it was definitely the monkey off our back, you know, and with that, like, you get one win. Now, like, the expectation changed, the energy changed, you know, that attitude going into games changed. Like, you feel like you're going to win now. Like, we finally figured out how we're doing. We were getting better. Now we finally got over the hump. And so now we know what that feels like. But going through that play, like, you know, Kawhi obviously, you know, made the play. And I read his comment after of, like, you know, James is a top 75 player all time.
Right.
So we're in good hands. And I think that's what's the beauty about this team. Like, we can all pass up a shot and the ball will still be in someone's hands that
can
is
shoot
clutch,
that.
can make the play, can finish, can, you know, win us a game, like, regardless of who has it in their hands. And so, and I think it was just like the moment, like the timing of it. You know, we haven't won a game since we got him. Now he's the one that wins us the game.
I think it was something in that area. Because you shot the same thing at the end of the halftime, and did your thing in that same spot. I said, "There's something about that spot. It's hot."
It might be. He did make it at the.
He made it the same spot you made yours right before the half. I was like, "That's the spot." I talked
to Olivia, and I was like, you know, I'm talking to her. I'm like, "What was your favorite parts of the game?" And she was like, "Your game winner." And then that last shot at the end, or not my game winner, but she said your buzzer beater. And then that last shot at the end of the game. I mean, you know, shout out JH, man. That was big time. That was like his patent shit.
And it was a foul.
Step back. Yeah, it was a
came
foul.
Underneath the space, and that play stuck out to me just from you guys gelling. I think it's important to trust one another, but you had my favorite play of the game, and you passed the ball, but it was in the first half. You're going to remember this. You had an open shot, but you made the extra pass to Kawhi. Kawhi was not really in the game quite yet, and he knocked down the three, and then after that, it got Kawhi going. You were already going, so I think that's going to be important for you guys just to understand, like, hey, we got to make the right play here, and we can all get the ball and go score, but let's make the right play.
I knew y'all was going to win that game, too. When James Harden got that and one, and he did that. And I said,
which one?
He did something
like this, and he was like,
The dance was all
Oh, yeah.
I said they
That
gonna
was
win
first half.
this.
Yeah.
And I said, with me being a Clipper fan, you know, I'm like, this is good for me today.
Now he a Clipper
You
fan.
know,
Good.
Mr.
But
Uno.
You know,
Mr. Uno.
I'm
I
a
gotta
Clipper
talk to
fan.
him. I'm thinking
Need a
about
Uno
maybe.
chain?
I'm just if he has some extra ones laying around, I'll take it. Look, the NBA season is here, and Prize Picks has got you covered when it comes to making some money.
Prize Picks is a daily fantasy app where you can select 2 or more players, pick more or less on their projected stats, and turn $25 into $250. Prize Picks is really simple to play. I can make my picks and submit my entry less than 60 seconds.
So make sure you guys visit prizepicks.com/podcastp and use our promo code podcastp for a first-time deposit match up to $100.
Cha-ching!